Money has been one of the biggest challenge of my life lately. And I am guessing I am not the only one. When you're building something from zero, it feels like the money always comes too late, too little, or disappears the moment it arrives. You finally get paid, and in a week, it's gone. Not because you're reckless, but because there was no structure behind it. That's been me for years. I've talked before about passive income. How the truth is, 100 passive income doesn't really exist. You always have to maintain, create, plan, fix, update, or show up somehow. And in my last video, I shared how after months of working on this business, I am still broke. And that's not drama, that's just the truth. So I started asking myself, why? Not why I am broke. I know why. I am building something long term. But why does it always feel like money controls me instead of me controlling it? That's when I realized something simple but powerful. I've never had a system. I've never told my money where to go. I've only reached to it, spending when it came, tightening up when it didn't, surviving from one unpredictable cycle to the next. And I am tired of that. So in this video, I am doing something I've never done before. I'm creating my own money system, one that actually fits my life, my belief, and the way I learn. See, I don't get a steady paycheck every month. I don't have a guaranteed salary or a regular payment schedule. My income shows up whenever it shows up. Sometimes from a project, sometimes a collaboration, sometimes from donation or support. It's not stable, and that's exactly why I need structure more than ever. Because when income is unstable, the only thing that can create peace is a stable plan. So here's what I'm going to do. From now on, every time money hits my account, whether it's from my business or personal work, I'll divide it into clear, intentional budgets. I am not waiting for the perfect time to start for the income to grow first. I am starting now with whatever I have. Let's start with the business side first. When money comes into the company, I am splitting in two main categories. First, 70% stay in the business. This covers all operating costs. Tools, gear, hosting, subscription, marketing, taxes, everything it takes to keep the company alive and running. The second 30% I'll take out as dividends, my personal income. Of course, I'll pay the taxes on that portion, and what's left will be transferred into my personal account, where the real budgeting begins. Now, on the personal side, I am going to use a modified version of a system I first learned from T. Harv Eker, the 6-jar system. But I add one more category that aligns with my faith and my values. That means I have 7 categories in total. The goal is simple. Every single euro, dollar, or whatever comes in gets divided intentionally the moment it arrives, not days later, not when it's convenient, right away. Because if I wait, it disappears. Here is how my personal system will look. Before I even divide anything into categories, there's one part that always comes first. 10%. The teeth. This one doesn't go into any of the jars or budgets. It comes straight off the top. The moment the money arrives, if I received 1000 euro, the first 100 is set aside immediately before I touch a single euro for expenses, education, or anything else. As a Christian, this isn't a rule someone forced on me. It's a choice of gratitude. It's my way of saying, God, I know where my blessings come from. It goes to the church, to ministry. The principle stays the same. Give first, plan second. So once that 10% is set aside, that's when the real structure begins. Now the remaining 90% gets divided into the 6 categories I mentioned earlier. The system I'm building to manage everything else with purpose. Number 1, 55% goes toward living expenses. That's the basics: food, rent, utilities, transportation, health, daily cost. This is the category that keeps us afloat. Number 2, 5% goes to donation, helping others, giving the people in need, supporting causes I believe in. As a Christian, generosity isn't optional, it's a part of life. This is my way to stay grounded and thankful. Number 3, 5% goes to education, courses, books, softwares, online classes, anything that helps me grow personally or professionally. Because knowledge buys the best interest even if it's not immediate. Number 4, 10% goes to long-term investments. That means stable things that build slowly. Stocks, dividend-paying companies, long-term crypto holdings, the kind of things that take patience but create a financial foundation for the future. Number 5, 10% goes to short-term investments. This is my experiment fund. Higher risk, faster return possibilities, short trades, flips, or small-scale investment I want to test. The goal here isn't gambling, it's learning. Number 6, 5% goes to fun. Yes, fun. This is the category that so many people forget, but it's crucial. Every month or every quarter, depend on how things go, this money has to be spent, not saved. Not rolled over forever, spent. On something that brings joy, a trip, a small adventure, a good dinner out, or even just a break, because life isn't meant to be only bills and spreadsheets. That's the full system. 55%, 5, 10, 10, 5 and 10%. Totally 100%. No, I know what you might be thinking. This looks complicated, maybe even unrealistic if money is already tight. And honestly, at first it might be. But it's not about perfection, it's about direction. Because even if I can't always hit the exact percentage, what matters is that I am building awareness. I am deciding in advance what my money is meant to do. And the beauty of this system is that it's flexible. As income grows, I adjust. Maybe living expenses drop from 55% to 50%. Maybe donation grow to 10%. Maybe investments double over time. That's the goal, to grow into the system, not start perfect from day one. And yes, this also means tracking. I probably use simple spreadsheets at first, or maybe later I'm building an automated version with my business app. But the key is to treat every inflow, no matter how random, with the same respect as a paycheck. Because if I ever want consistency, I need to create it myself. This system also changed some things in mindset. For the first time, I am deciding to manage money proactively, not emotionally. I am not reacting to lack anymore. I am building a structure for the future. And as crazy as it sounds, even just designing this plan already feels like a step toward freedom. The truth is, freedom isn't just doing what you want, it's being able to handle what you have wisely. I know that creating content, running an online business, and trying to make something work financially can be a roller coaster. 1 month you're optimistic, the next you're just trying to survive. That's reality. But I want to build something sustainable, something that gives me peace, not anxiety. And I believe this is one of the biggest steps toward that. You see, most people fail financially not because they don't earn enough, but because they don't organize what they do earn. I've done that mistake over and over, but from now on, every time I see money hit my account, it won't be a question of what should I do with this anymore. I know exactly where it's going. Some to live, some to give, some to grow, some to enjoy. And I think that's the kind of rhythm I've been missing all along. So yes, I am still broke for now, but I am building something solid underneath the chaos. A system that doesn't depend on luck or timing, but on clarity and faith. I'll keep sharing updates here as I go, maybe monthly, maybe quarterly. I'll show you what's working, what's breaking, and what I'm learning as I test this out in real life. Because I want to document the process, not as a financial expert, but as someone figuring it out in real time. If you are watching this and you've struggled with the same thing, inconsistent income, no clear system, constant stress around money, maybe this is your reminder too. You don't need a perfect plan, you just need a starting point. And this is mine. From now on, every euro, every dollar that comes in will have a purpose. Because money doesn't create freedom by itself. Structure does. And structure starts here with this decision. This is me rebuilding my life, one deposit at a time. And someday I look back and realize this was the exact moment it all started to make sense.